Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. See here, I am in Dominion space fighting the... whatever the hell these dumbass things are. The Dreadnought flagships. The big ones, though they're not that big anymore. At least for me, anyway. My ship is very close to being bigger than it. But I am essentially gathering a few battle logs to go over with you. Let's do one more just for good measure. Wow, that actually... holy shit. Well, that's working out a whole lot better than Enterprise Picard, Enterprise Data in 5. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I haven't used this Dojash Torah crew for farming this currency yet. Because I think I did it right before that officer came out, and therefore I haven't needed to do it. But I do have Toli and Todra, or can give her a name easier to pronounce, Spoonhead and Toli, and then I got Vael underneath, just to demonstrate how the critical chance activates during an Armada. Hoping I actually have long enough battle log to demonstrate that so much. Of course, if I don't, then I'll just do one of the bigger ones. Now, I know the first 2 weekends are over. This third weekend coming up, who's the officer in the material spend? Because there is at least one material spend this weekend. They're getting kind of weird with the Will-O-Wisp of Fall, or whatever the hell they call that stupid shit. Or what is it? Oh no, I'm sorry, Arena Prep. Arena Prep, there are some spends. There's one up now for like building and researches, and then there's one later in the weekend for other things. But then I'm sure that there will be the normal material spent. Probably an XSLB. Whatever. Check this battle log out. Two rounds. Okay. That's... yeah. That's not really a big enough battle log. Alright, let's try a rare. I'll go over the battle log, but I definitely wanted something that's a little longer than 2 rounds. Let's check this thing out. Oh, let me tell you who I got on the crew. Yeah, okay. What's her name? Dojash, Torah, and Toli. And then 5 of 11. You know what their abilities do by now. You got loot, extra shots, and mitigation reduction for an Armada. Below decks I got Tendi, just because I honestly wasn't even sure how the battle was going to go. I didn't need Tendi. Then I have Torres, and then I have Doctor, more loot, Paris mitigation, and then the winning gambit. When hit by an Armada or hostile, increase critical chance by 4% for 4 rounds. And then the other 2 slots here are defense. Defense for Paris, and Mr. Toli, his ability is activated off your defense. So, kind of a dual purpose there for a stack in defense. Which you don't necessarily need to do for mitigation, or at least my ship's mitigation. But as far as the Armada mitigation reduction, sure. You want to stack some more stats. See if this battle's a little longer. Hopefully it is. I don't think it is, because it went about the same way. 3 rounds. Alright, let's do an epic. If I can, I can't do an epic. It's part of the reason why. That's another reason why I haven't done this shit that much, is because the spawn rate is absolute trash. Oh wait, there you go. Which one gets you more? 436. It doesn't matter. Oh shit, I had the wrong ship selected. God damn it. No, fucker. You go home. You go to this Armada. Alright, well, let's try looking at this rare and see if Paris activate Torres. See, totally activates right here in the beginning. 200. I got him at tier 2, so it's 200% of my defense. Then you do see these dual proton warheads. You do see this activating in an Armada. So if you saw those forbidden techs and weren't sure they were quite worth it because they're only against hostiles, supposedly they work against Armadas. I mean, if they're activating here now, or the numbers actually getting calculated in. Who knows? I am getting max mitigation here. You do see here the first 4 shots, first 2 weapons, 2 shots apiece, only 1 critical hit. That's probably my base critical hit of 30 to 25% or 25 to 30%. We'll see if that increases at all. 2 critical hits, 2 critical hits, and 4 more critical hits. So we got a lot more as far as the ratio of shots to critical hits. I got a lot more that time. See, he's activating again. Curious though, here 23, 26, mitigating almost 11 and 12. What was it at the beginning? 22.8 million shot and mitigating 11 million. That's not... It's not that much of a mitigation reduction. What is that? 1 million more damage is hitting the thing? Yeah. 25 million shot. To a certain extent, some of these officers that have their abilities are based on your officer stats numbers. They're not percentages, they're numbers. It's, again, there really is a lifespan to it. And to a certain point, the higher and higher you get, they're just so big, but your officer stats, just the numbers just aren't big enough to match. Okay, so Epic went off. Let's take a look at the Epic. 3 rounds. Oy. I mean, alright, so 25 and 27, 12 and 13 and a half. Yeah, I definitely wanted a little bit longer battles. No, they're all critical fucking hits. God damn it. Well, I mean, that's a good thing, right? All 4 of them critical hits. Now, at the same time, because this is a solo Armada with 1 ship, it's easier. I mean, yeah, it's easier for your ship to get hit by the Armada because it's the only ship. I've done testing with, like, say, Janeway's ability and Doctor's ability at least more than a year ago. The more ships you put in there, it's just less of a chance you have to get hit, and therefore you may not even activate in a round. So that. Let's see. 221 and a half, mitigating 109. What are we doing here? 223. And it's mitigating 105. So it is mitigating less. It is mitigating less. And just so you know, yes, I know that these numbers were different. Assuming you can even see that. You can see this now. 223 is higher, and therefore the Armada would have mitigated more. But it actually mitigated less. So we know he's working. But it's only like, what, 4 or 5 million a shot? It's not a whole lot of change if you're doing 220 million a shot. Okay. However, I mean, it's still something. But again, all critical hits. All 4 shots, critical hits in the 3rd round. Not the same for the 2nd round. And not the same for the first round. As you can see, only one critical hit. You go from getting 1 in 4 critical hits in the first round to all 4 critical hits in the third round. It's because the Armada hit you what? Once, 2, 3, 4. You see her activating 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. That's what? 8 times 4, 32%. Plus what you're already getting. How much do you have? I mean, I got a base of 22. Sure, I got enough researches in there somewhere that I'm getting another 10, so it's probably 32. So 32 plus 32 is 64%. Probably shouldn't be getting all 4 critical hits, but it is a percentage and it's 2/3. Of course, I get another 4% there. And another... Yeah. I should have gotten another 4% here, but I didn't. It is odd that it isn't necessarily after they shoot you. There's a round within a round, I guess. Their salvo, your salvo, then the abilities pop off of that, right? You see that. Because it doesn't pop right after the enemy's shot. And that's what I'm saying, whereas, yeah, okay, it stacks for 4 rounds, but you won't always see the benefit of the 4 rounds. You will see a benefit of 3 rounds, but you just won't see the benefit of 4 rounds. Because this shot here didn't take benefit of the ability popping because it popped after the shot. Assuming the battle log here is portraying how the code goes. Who really knows? Kind of lack of transparency here with these people running the thing. But it's fine. I mean, Miss Vael is a nice officer. Does seem to be adding critical hits to where I didn't bring a critical hit officer with me except her. So the only critical hits I'd be getting are from my researches and the base of the ship, which really comes from researches. Getting at least, you see in the first round, 1 out of 4. Looking at the rest of the battle and how it went, that would be 50%. That would be 100% there. Another 50%, then 100%. So it average probably at 50% critical chance. That's not where it is. Happened because Masriad Vael. So while we do not know permanent sourcing for her yet, her ability does appear to work. Let's recall, I don't need to be out here anymore. And I don't know if she's going to be in any of these spend events this weekend. Will you have another chance down the road? Sure, I mean, with all the material spend events, is it possible that she's going to get tossed into one? Either this weekend or in the next month or two when the other material spend events pop up. Sure. I think there's absolutely a chance. Her and Doja Torah and Toli, they seem to be a great combination. You do have your loot bonus and your multiple shots and your mitigation reduction and then your critical chance. The only thing you really lack is a mitigation officer. Your ship's mitigation. Because there's only one Tom Paris. Use him with this crew, then you know what? You can't field a Voyager Armada crew. Because they don't have a mitigator. Okay, yeah, they got the Doctor. But again, unless you're soloing the Armada, Doctor's ability really isn't that good. It's really not. To a certain extent, you can say the same thing for Vael here. Because if the Armada doesn't hit you, you don't get the ability. So, how many... there were like 4 or 5 different shots. It does depend on the Armada. So if you got And I guess really that video I did a year or so ago was really more of Janeway's captain ability and how it worked against an Armada, because it only was within that round. Like a Doctor's ability, that stacked a few rounds, I think. Two rounds. But at the same time, at certain tiers, mine's 1250 now. You only need one round. So you need to get hit once every round. Because you only need one. You really only need one stack of the Doctor. So maybe it could work. But again, you got to have them at higher tiers. Good luck with that. It's a good ability. It is a good ability. Because the main focus on it is, I believe, hostiles. Because that's really where you make your money. Because you can have two ships crewed up to fight hostiles. With all the different specialty ships, and then your faction ship, it is very beneficial to have two crews. It is very beneficial to have two critical chance officers. You can have Hugh and Vael. Very useful. Very useful. At the same time, if you don't have Hugh, you're having trouble to get Hugh, maybe you're somewhat of a newer player. You got an opportunity to get Vael now. Is it a great opportunity? It's going to depend on you. But, very good officer. I honestly don't even care about her above deck ability. I don't care. Her below deck ability is so good that, honestly, she's a good officer just with this ability. Who cares about the other one? I don't. I don't even know what it does. I just clicked on it. I still don't know what it is. Apex barrier against invading entities. The event that, in my opinion, once you get the NSCA protector, is pointless, and you shouldn't waste your time with it. But that is an opinion, and not everybody shares it. For some reason. But, okay. That's fine. Alright. Summarizing again, really. Masriad Vael. The month isn't over. We don't know how many more opportunities you're going to have to get her. If you have any other opportunities beyond buying, don't know. But through the hostile video I did last time, or whenever I did it, and the Armada video I just did right now, her below deck ability is very good. It is very good. It definitely is worth your consideration in pursuing her. And you trying to continue to pursue her and put pressure on these people running this game to get some stable sourcing for her. Because she's a very useful officer. Can be very much needed for a lot of people in their gameplay. Having two crews loaded up for hostiles can be very good. So comment below. What are you thinking about Vael's abilities? Do you even care about her officer ability? Is her below deck ability that good that it carries her as a great officer already? Do you think we will have any more opportunities to acquire her in a spend event? Or do you know? Some of you might know. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.